Hello there and welcome. My name is Mbali Soke and I am an advocate for all things mental health awareness related. Love all that stuff, all that information, and I love helping people through that. Right now, I've started something quite new that I've been wanting to do in terms of sharing resources. And I found resources from the South African Depression and Anxiety Group on what they're doing this week and just to let you know about it so that you know where to go for some type of help that you might be needing this week. So they do send out these emails every week, and yeah, just figured let me just let you know about it. But also, I want to continue to find other places that keep on giving out resources and help and all of that I can just let you know on a weekly basis what that help is and where you can get it. So today we are speaking about one that we are getting from the South African Depression and Anxiety Group. I hope the noise outside isn't going to be too bad. They're doing the garden, so I hope it's not going to be too bad. All right. Join this week's upcoming online events. Okay, there are some in-person ones. I'm not going to get into detail about those ones because I feel like the online ones are the much easier ones that anyone from anywhere can tap into. I am in Eastern Free State, South Africa, and yeah, I don't know anyone that watches this channel that is there besides my husband. From wherever you are at, this is going to be online. So yeah, let's get into it. Here is your weekly update on free mental health support from students and workplace trauma. Oh, from students and workplace wellness to trauma, grief, and recovery. There's a safe space for everyone. Here, that's one thing I love about SADC is that they're not joking. There truly is a safe space for everyone. When I found that there are support groups for people that have lost their pets, I found it to be like a massively beautiful thing. There really is a safe space for everyone. Okay, this week on Tuesday, join our online student support group on the 14th of October. Today is Tuesday, the 14th of October. On Thursday, check out our TikTok back to school anxiety. And on Friday, our Ask the Expert focuses on the impact of chronic illness on mental health. That's going to be on the 17th of October. So I think every Fridays, South African Depression and Anxiety Group goes live on Facebook, and they have this thing called Ask the Expert, where they have psychiatrists or psychologists or all other types of experts in that field, and they go live and they discuss all these things, and it is the perfect place for you to go in there and ask questions, right? So this week's one is going to be about the impact of chronic illness on mental health. Save the date for the upcoming support groups: survivors of sexual trauma. Sorry, I do say a lot of things that I feel like YouTube is going to get upset at me for, but I'll be trying. That's going to be on the 21st of October. Grief and trauma, 21st of October. Substance use recovery, 28th October. Healthcare workers, 30 October. And mental wellness at work, 31st October. You can also catch up on last week's Ask a Doctor treatment and medication FAQs. Okay, so that was last week Friday live on Facebook. It was treatments and medication FAQs. And yeah, stay connected and prioritize your mental health this month. Lovely. I've been asking on my vlogs that I was creating this month and on my main channel. That's what are you doing this month for mental health awareness month in this October? You know, I went to a clinic on Friday, which was mental health awareness day on the 10th of October. And I asked a nurse there, like, what are you guys doing? And she was like, I didn't even know that was that. We haven't been able to do anything. It has been hectic here at work. And I'm like, oh, man. And then I asked this lady who works at Love Life, Love Life South Africa. And I also asked her as well, and she's like, yeah, I'm aware today is Mental Health Day, but we also have not been able to do much. So hectic, but at least we know that there are organizations that are doing something for the full month, and these are things that you can be a part of. Okay, so there's a free online support group that's going to be on Tuesday, the 14th of October, which is today at 6:30 p.m. So I need to make sure that this video is out before 6:30 p.m. To describe it, they say, are you a university student feeling mentally or emotionally drained? Join us on Tuesday, 14 October at 6:30 p.m. for our bi-weekly peer support group meeting. This week, we're exploring healing from emotional exhaustion, reconnecting with yourself. Oh, that is beautiful. For more information, you can email peersupport@anxiety.org.za, which is PEERSUPPORT at anxiety.org.za. The next one is TikTok Thursday. I didn't even know Sadek did a TikTok Thursday thing, right? But this makes so much sense because they're speaking about actual, kids in high school. So much greater. TikTok Thursday, how to deal with back to school anxiety. And I do believe that that's an actual thing. I used to get anxious like that. And I hated school holidays for being too long and school being open for too long. I just wanted, can't we have like a minimum, like low breaks and low schooling and low breaks and low schooling, like not too much of everything. So I would really be over the school holidays, but when it's time to go back to school, be super anxious again. I don't know, it's just a weird dynamic. But anyway, that's going to be on Thursday, the 16th of October at 6 p.m. Feeling nervous about going back to school? You are not alone. If that's not something that I keep screaming on this channel, like, I don't know, child, I don't know, where have you been? But you are not alone. Okay, period. You're not alone. Join us this Thursday at 6 p.m. live on TikTok as we chat about simple, practical ways to ease back to school anxiety. From getting back into routine and preparing ahead to managing those first day nerves with kindness and confidence. Love it, love it, love it. So the TikTok handle for the South African Depression Group is at SADAG, at SADAG _official. That's how you know. That is the actual handle for their account. And send your kids to go check it out on Thursday at 6 p.m. on the 16th of October at 6 p.m. I don't know if they do lives every Thursday at 6 p.m., but that's a possibility. Anyway, let's join them this Thursday. Okay? And then there's Ask an Expert. Impact of chronic illness on mental health. That's going to be this Friday on the 17th of October, and that should be live on Facebook. Yes. This is so important because people that struggle with chronic illness, chronic pain, chronic whatever it is almost, from what I've seen, it's almost not expected for them to be struggling with their mental health as well as a result of that. But when you think about it, it really does make sense. Someone that is struggling chronically with a specific illness knows that they sort of have to go out of their way to maintain a healthy living, to be able to survive. And if they don't go out of their way to sort that out, then they're going to have like a decrease in their health. And it's not a fun thing to have to exercise when you don't want to, to have to eat certain foods when you'd rather eat other types of foods, to have to take so many different types of medication just to help your body out. It's not nice. It can be okay in the beginning, and then it gets to a point where it's really exhausting, especially when you are surrounded by people that don't have chronic illnesses and you see how much of a difference your life is compared to theirs. So yeah, it does affect your mental health, and I'm happy that there's going to be experts speaking on this on the 17th of October. That's going to be at 1 p.m. Okay, then there's an in-person support group. We're going to skip that one. There's a free online mental health support group for grief and trauma. That's going to be on Tuesday, the 21st of October at 7 p.m. So that's going to be next week, Tuesday. The details for that, where is it going to be? Okay, but one thing I know about, because I don't want to, there is an RSVP number and all of that over here on this poster, but I don't want to be mentioning like people's names and all of that stuff. So if you go to their Instagram or on their Facebook, this stuff that is sent to me via email is definitely over there. They always make sure that they post their posters on social media. So this one is an online support group. It is very easy for you to just join it from wherever you are. It is completely free. It's going to be at 7 p.m. on the 21st of October, which is next week, Tuesday. Just head over onto their socials, the SADC socials, South African Depression and Anxiety Group, and you will see the poster that is going to be an online support group on mental health mental health support group for grief and trauma. Free support group for healthcare workers. That's going to be on Thursday, the 30th of October at 6 p.m. Lovely. That's also very helpful because healthcare workers, I feel like they deal with a lot. They see, actually, let me read the description here. Healthcare work is often physically and emotionally demanding. Yes, I believe that. Exposing workers to high levels of stress, trauma, and burnout. I also really believe that. Also, right now, towards the end of the year, there is a big problem on year-end fatigue. Yes. Oh gosh, the burnouts that happens in the healthcare space. I'm really happy that there is a support group for them, that there is support for them to at least relieve, what they're going through. So our monthly healthcare workers support group meeting provides a safe space to process these experiences and to manage stress. So that's going to be on Thursday, the 30th of October, 2025 at 6 p.m. Details for registration, because that's going to be a Zoom meeting. So the details for that you'll also find on the poster on their socials. Please, 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 please go and check out. There is a free mental wellness at work support group that's going to be on Friday, the 31st of October. That's also at 7 p.m. Also details on it, because there are numbers that you can contact here to RSVP, and I would rather not say. So head over onto their socials for you to get all that information. The description around that is, when work starts to feel overwhelming, it can make a big difference to talk to others who understand. So join us for a new free online mental wellness at work support group, a safe, caring, and confidential space where you can share, learn, and receive support from others navigating similar challenges. This is a very important environment that you need when you are struggling with a specific thing. So this one would be specifically for mental wellness at work. Sometimes you can be the only person in your household that is dealing with going into workspaces and it affecting your mental health, and then coming home and not being able to share all of those details. So being in a safe environment with people that care, with people that want to know what really is going on with you, confidential space as well. Lovely. I find it to be very, very helpful. Lastly, in case you missed it, Ask the Doctor treatment and medication FAQs, and that was a live on Facebook. I think this was from last week Friday, but they should still have that live conversation over there, and you will find other people that were interacting on the live and in the comment section, and you probably will get a good answer from seeing the responses from those comments and all other information that was given by Dr. Levin Montani. She's a psychiatrist. So yeah, that's it for this week. Basically going into this month. Next week, I'll have another video letting you know about what's going on for the week and what you can look out for, how you can help yourself, help your loved ones as well. There's teenagers, adults, people in the workplace, people not in the workplace, trauma, grief, whatever it is, there is help for you and you are not alone. See you next week.